curious what areas to really focus on and just kind of double check before you list your house? Then stick around for the question of the day. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat. Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list on this Red Friday. And as you guys know, I do wear red on Friday and typically rock my All-American hat that has my old unit patch on it. I come to you on Monday through Friday each and every week, and we talk real estate. We talk about properties new to the market, had a recent price reduction, or something unique about the property that I want you guys to know and want to share. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by you, the viewer. So stick around so you can figure out how you get your question on the show and get it answered. And last, we recognize and thank a sponsor of the week each and every week, and this week is going to be no exception. And just like the question of the day, if you are interested in being a sponsor of the week and supporting the podcast, all you got to do is stick around to the end of the episode, and I will tell you how to get it done. As you guys jump in here, if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you comment either hashtag live or hashtag replay so I know how you are watching this. If you're catching this on my YouTube channel, thank you for stopping by, checking it out. Hit that thumbs up icon, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those bell notifications so as I drop new videos and bring you new content, you can come check it out. And those of you may remember that the hot list is not only available in iTunes, but now Spotify as well. So if you're listening on either one of those, make sure that you leave me a review. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. 5-star review is preferred, but if you don't like what you're hearing, think I'm talking out of my ass, let me know. Let me hear what you have to say. Property we are talking about today, the address is 1737 Yucca Lane. Yes, Yucca like the plant. It's a 5-bed, 3.5-bath house. It does have an attached 3-car garage, 2,438 square feet of finished space, currently listed for $359,500, courtesy of Real Estate. This house is a very cool house. The neighborhood that it's in is just absolutely beautiful. This house is amazing and definitely worth checking out. Click on the link in the description so you can go to my website and see the pictures for yourself. It is just an absolutely amazing house. It is a 1.5-story house. There's tons of space, not only on the inside throughout the house, but in the backyard and around the house as well. It's got vaulted ceilings, large windows to let plenty of natural light in, granite countertops in the kitchen. It does have a mudroom / laundry room that's on the main floor, just right off the garage. How handy is that? And it's got 4 beds upstairs and then 1 bed down in the basement. So the basement is completely finished, and y'all are going to love this. Got family room, area for a gym. It's got a wet bar. Who doesn't enjoy a wet bar, right? Is a house really a house without a wet bar? I'm just saying. And of course, on the main level of the house, you have hardwood floors throughout the house. Definitely take a look at the pictures. Just click on that link. You'll be able to use that link while this house is still available. Once it goes under contract, then that link will no longer work. So you want to take a look, click the link. If you have any questions, you can reach me right through my website. If you are pre-approved, want to take a look at the house, you could also schedule a showing right through my website as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. Before I get to the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, and that is the gym right here in Emporia. I've been meeting with Matt over probably the last 2 weeks or so, just trying to get some information and really just figure out what I can specifically do to help him and help his business. They are a sports bar here in town. Matt has redone the entire inside of the bar. It looks phenomenal. The bar itself, he's redone. He's redone the flooring. He's redone the paint. There's a designated smoke area that's fenced off with a windbreak, pool tables. There are darts. There's jukebox, TVs all throughout the house. house, all throughout the bar. It is just absolutely amazing, and it is an incredible place. What I like most about it is walking in there. It's large enough that if you want to social distance from everybody, you can, but it's also small enough that people are going to recognize you and remember you each time that you go back. And it's a lot like that uh, feeling of Cheers. You walk in, everybody knows your name, and that is a lot like the feeling and the atmosphere at the gym, and that's really what I like about it the most. He did want to have me remind everybody just one more again. He is looking for 1 to 2 part-time bartenders from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Still just trying to get some people hired so they can take care of the patrons and the guests. So if you have any interest, click on the link in the description, take you right to the gym's Facebook page. You can call them, email them directly from there. And if you have any other questions, just reach out to Matt. If you are a business owner curious about how you want to get on the show, if you want to be a sponsor of the week, all you got to do is just shoot me a message. I would be happy to jump on the phone, have a conversation with you, see if we are a good fit for one another in order to be a sponsor. And last but not least, with the gym, once you get there and you really start getting those 12 and 16 ounce curls down. If you need another challenge, make sure that you get a 27 ounce draw and really get those bicep curls in. And of course, drink responsibly, call somebody, or Uber. All right, moving on to the question of the day. Question of the day is submitted by you, the viewer. I've been doing this for a little over a year now strong. We hit a milestone last month in September, and we had over 1,000 downloads, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Each question of the day that I answer on the show Monday through Friday for over a year now has been and is submitted by a viewer or listener of the podcast. So if you have a question you'd like me to get answered not only for you but on the show as well, all you got to do, head over to my website, emporiahomes.kw.com, or shoot me a message through Facebook and I will get it done. So question of the day, there's so much to remember and try to do before listing my house. Is there a checklist or something that you would recommend before listing? This is a great question. I love this question. And first and foremost, congrats that you're ready to list your home, and either whether it's relocating for a job, upsize, downsize, whatever the case may be, you just first and foremost, congrats on wanting to list your home. Now, is there anything or should there be anything that need to be done in the house? Of course, there's going to be some items that you want to highlight and go over. We've talked about a few of them on the show. This is really more of a simplified, just kind of rundown. I actually have a seller's checklist sheet. This is free that I give and supply to any of my sellers. So it's just, a reiteration and reminder of what they want to check and get done before listing their house. If nothing else, it gives you somewhere to start or double check. If you don't have a list or at least something in mind, it is possible to miss some things that might bring down the price from a potential buyer. Depending on your home specs, things are going to be a little different and vary. So what we're going to cover today are 6 areas in your pre-listing checklist. Number 1 is going to be paint. We've talked about this plenty of times before. This I usually keep on there as a reminder. How do the walls look? Has it been a few years since you even looked at them or considered them? Are they dirty, dingy, boring, scuffed? Do they have holes in them, either from pictures, from wall art, for what decorations, decor, whatever the case may be. If it's been too long since you've had a fresh coat of paint on there, consider touching it up with just, with some fresh paint. This is especially true if the previous work that you had done, or maybe the uh, homeowner before you, did it in a hurry, or there might be some obvious spots where there was some patchwork done, and the cover up doesn't look the greatest. Because if you have some areas that are sloppy or have paint that is mismatched, this could potentially turn off some buyers, because they'll I know it's just cosmetic and it seems like it's so simple. They are immediately just going to see a task that they have to do as soon as they move into the house, and that may be the difference maker in choosing your house versus another house. Number 2, roofing and siding. uh, while we're on the subject of potential red flag items, step outside and look at your siding, your brick, as well as your roof. Even if there's minor issues, potential buyers may see those and start to ask about, or start to address concerns about leaks or the integrity of, maybe the siding, the brick, the windows, the roof, if it looks just old and ratty. Maybe they have a concern or questions about insects or any other issues that buyers may find or may face while they're looking at properties. And you definitely don't want yours to be one of them. If you want to get the most for your home, it would be worth replacing some broken shingles, maybe, some broken storm windows or broken glass, areas of the house that have some damage to the siding or the exterior, and then check out some discoloration of the house. If there's some areas that are discolored, see if you can figure out what's going on with them, and see if that's something that is going to be a simple fix and that you can get done yourself. Number 3, faucets and plumbing. Leaks, drips, other plumbing issues are pretty common, and it is easy to get used to as a homeowner. For example, I actually just showed a house yesterday that the sink faucet was dripping. No matter which way you turned it, it wouldn't shut off. And the current owners, I'm sure, have lived with that for who knows how long. But the buyer that I walked through there, that was one thing he immediately saw, and he's like, so the sink doesn't shut off. The water's just going to continue to run. He said, so what else am I going to find, or what other issues are with this house? We were there less than 5 minutes. He automatically eliminated that house, because, like I just mentioned, that potential buyer is going to notice that drip or maybe evidence of previous leaks, and these are going to just automatically go off in their mind as big warning signs. Nobody is going to be willing to pay full price or close to full price for a home with potential water damage or water issues. So you want to get the most for your home. Take care of any drips, leaks, or stains. This is a great way to just ensure that you can get a little more for your home when it comes time to sell it. Number 4, landscaping. I know people are cringing just thinking about landscaping and just, I don't want to do it. I'm with you. 100%. I'm with you. Keep in mind that this is often the first impression of any potential buyer, because as soon as they pull up, does it have that curb appeal? Maybe you're tempted to really not worry about the landscaping because it may not be a big deal to you. I would caution against this, because if there are obvious signs of ignored landscape, it may turn into potential buyers asking what else the homeowners have ignored. If they're willing to just ignore this, that in the buyer's mind could be something simple or they don't mind doing, what else has been ignored on the inside of the house? And it really doesn't take that much time to get things going and get things looking good outside. I mean, spend some time trimming your trees, your shrubs, take care of weeds, overgrown flower beds, gardens, whatever you have. Just spend a couple hours just trimming them back and getting them standing tall and looking good again. This can make a huge difference to someone that is considering your house versus another house. So if you got a potential buyer that's on the fence, your house is overgrown with weeds, or your bushes haven't been trimmed back away from the house and just look like they're trying to swallow the house. That may be the difference maker in them choosing the house. Number 5 is one of the items that I constantly remind my sellers about. I know for the most part people are still living in their home, but this is a huge one. Number 5, clutter and trash. One of the most important items on this list, because clutter or trash can put the wrong foot forward when potential buyers show up. While there may be good reason for the clutter throughout the house, potential buyers aren't going to know that reason. They're not likely going to ask, and they're not likely going to care as well. So take some time, straighten up, clean up, rid out before listing. What I always recommend for any seller that I have, if they're looking at relocating within the same area, look for a storage unit. I know it sounds like you're going to be moving things twice. However, if you can reduce it, it's number one, it's only going to be short term. Number two, you can take everything that is not essential and not used every single day and shove it into a storage unit. Your basement's going to look better. Your bedrooms are going to look better. Your closets, bathrooms, everything, even your garage is going to look better because you have minimized the amount that you have at the house. Now, I'm not saying take your living room furniture, dining room furniture, leave that so you still have it staged, but anything else that is non-essential and you don't really need it, put it in a storage unit. It's only going to be for a short time, and it will make your house look so much better, I promise you. And rounding out the list is number 6 with just your obvious repairs. Any other repairs that you notice before listing your house, just make them. If I showed a house Monday. Yes, I showed a house Monday to a buyer, and we walked through the house. There were 4 lights that were burnt out in this house. 4 lights. So he wanted to walk in areas and just see how bright it was with the lights. All 4 lights were burnt out. Really? Just simple items like this can make a huge difference. So, he, again, in his mind, this is something he wasn't willing to deal with, and he knew 95% chance it is just a light bulb. He passed on that house, and we went and looked at another one. If there's any areas of damage or discoloration, evaluate what it is and see if it can be repaired for an affordable cost, like minimal repair versus a major repair. Now, I understand that you may or may not have time or a budget to fix everything. I get that 100%. Attempt to repair whatever you can, whatever is possible. No home is perfect, but the better it looks is going to then equal a higher eventual closing price. So that's it. Those are the 6 areas to focus on and check for your pre-listing checklist. So number 1, paint. How long's it been? Are your walls dirty, dingy, have holes in them? Just patch what you need to, get a fresh coat of paint on there, make it looking looking better. Number 2 was roofing and siding. Since you got the paint, maybe your exterior needs to be touched up. Maybe your brick needs to be power washed. Maybe the house in general needs to be power washed. Whatever the case may be, just get it done. Number 3 was faucets, leaks, drips, stains, whatever the case may be. I talked about the faucet drip that I showed yesterday. Immediately turn the buyer off. Don't let that be you. Get it all done. Number 4 is landscaping. Again, this is often the first impression with that curb appeal, so you want it standing tall. You don't want your flower beds overgrown or your trees or bushes look like they're trying to swallow your house. Number 5, clutter and trash. Make sure that you straighten up, clean up, rid out. Again, recommend getting a storage unit. It's just going to be short term. Keep that in mind to reduce everything in the house. And number 6 were any other obvious repairs. Like I mentioned, light bulbs. Come on, people. Just something that simple turned off this buyer, and this house was no longer in consideration. So that's it. That's what I got for you guys today in the hot list. If you guys have any questions or there's something that you thought I missed out on, make sure that you leave it in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say and what areas that you have focused on as a homeowner before you listed your house and moved to your new one. So thanks for watching with Matt in the Hat, Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have an awesome Red Friday, and I will see you back in here on Monday. Have an awesome weekend.